Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. I just shot this entire video with no sound. But before we get into all that, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. Y'all, we are quite clearly ootin' a boot. We had to run to the UPS. We had to run to the library, which is where I realized that I had my mic on, but I didn't have my mic transmitter receiver thing plugged into my camera. So I was micing, but anyway, nobody cares. So I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna tell you again what I told you before, but I'm gonna leave out a bunch of the details that you wouldn't have cared about anyway. So y'all, it is back to school season here in the Northland. Parents are celebrating, sending their youngins off to school, and teachers are a little like this right now. I, being a teacher, am a little like this right now, even though y'all know I am not a traditional teacher. I teach for a private company and I teach online classes, but, and y'all have heard this from me before, you heard it at the beginning of the summer when I said I'm transitioning. Well, I'm transitioning again. I've been teaching small group classes. Well, I've decided after this summer when I taught some one-on-one classes that I want to get into more one-on-one classes, like tutoring kind of classes, because I really liked it. So I'm a little like this, making yet another transition. So that's what I'm working on. And what that means is a change in my schedule. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's spend the day together. Let's talk about what we eat, what we do, how we schedule things, and how we plan and prep so that when we're hungry and it's time to eat, we make good choices. Because y'all know I am all about that. Like, if I don't plan ahead and have stuff ready to eat, like as not, I'm gonna make bad choices. So here's what I'm thinking is we'll do it tomorrow and we'll start like first thing in the morning and just go through the whole day and talk about breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks and what we eat and what we can eat and how we can set ourselves up to be successful. And I know y'all are thinking, well, if we're going to do that tomorrow, what are we doing today? Because today's not tomorrow. We could have just waited till tomorrow. Well, smarty pantses. Like I said, I was out running errands, so I thought I would take y'all with and we could talk about some stuff. Because it has come to my attention, a friend, actually a very good friend of mine, pointed out that I have this habit of jumping into conversations like everybody is with me and you know what I'm talking about, and I just start talking about things like Weight Watchers. I talk about Weight Watchers because I'm on Weight Watchers, and I know that a lot of people are on Weight Watchers. Sorry, I'm looking to see if there's a mailing store over there. There is, because I tried to drop my boxes off at the UPS mailing box, but one of them was too big, so now I got to drop it off at the UPS store. So hang on, I'll be right back. All right, I dropped the package off at the UPS, and I don't know if could y'all see that? No, you couldn't. I accidentally went shopping at the Goodwill, which is at the end of the little strip mall where the UPS is, and y'all, I escaped with no books. I actually walked around with 3 books in my hand for like 10 minutes and put them back. Unfortunately, I did not escape without an Oxford University crew neck sweatshirt and some Utah Runnin' Ute sweatpants. Now, I didn't go to the University of Utah. I'm not a running Ute, but for some reason, I felt compelled to buy those sweatpants. I'm pretty sure they're even too big for me, but whatever. It is what it is. I did not buy any books. So Weight Watchers is what we were talking about, not y'all judging me. So Weight Watchers is based on the Diabetic Association diet or whatever it is. It's a diet for people with diabetes. And here's how it works. So you get a certain number of points a day based on your size, like your weight, and probably like your physical size. Y'all, I did it so long ago, I really don't remember doing it, but your sort of body configuration, like your size, shape, your sex. Did I say weight? Your weight, your age, and your level of activity. So you get a certain number of points a day. I read that the average number of points you get is 30. I get 23. Apparently I'm significantly below average, but whatever. So that's how many points you have to eat in a day. And food has points value. And the point value of food is based on, let's see if I can get this, calories, protein, fiber, added sugar, saturated and unsaturated fat. And you're probably thinking that's like a lot of stuff to have to figure out, right? Wrong. There's an app for that. I have the Weight Watchers app on my phone, so I just like plug in what I eat and it tells me how many points it is, or what I want to eat before I eat it, and it tells me generally if I'm making good choices. I check stuff before I eat it, and the app tells me how many points it is. So you're supposed to stay within your points allowance during a day. Now, they want you to eat like close to at least how many points you get. If you eat too few points, the app kind of yells at you a little bit, like your date number will light up. I think it either like lights up when you hit your right number or if you're below your right. Anyway, it calls your attention to the fact if you eat too few points in a day. So that's how Weight Watchers works. And I like it. Now, y'all, I'm not selling Weight Watchers. I think there are like affiliate links you can do and like you get money off your monthly membership or something. Weight Watchers is not cheap. At least I don't think it's cheap. There are different levels of membership you can do. You can go to meetings. I don't go to meetings. There's all kinds of support that you can get. I know people that my mama goes to meetings. I keep putting her business out there. Sorry, mama, I love you. But she goes to meetings. She gets a great deal of support from other people. And really, she's a social person. She's not like me. She's a nice person, likes hanging out with other people. And she gets a lot of enjoyment from hanging out with people at Weight Watchers meetings. Y'all, that's not me. So I just do it on the app. I mind my food. I try to think about the point values of foods before I eat them. Sometimes I don't. I'll give you an example. So, and we talk a lot about like eggs are 0 points, chicken 0 point, shrimps. Lean protein. Most lean proteins are either 0 points or very low in points. Fruit is 0 points. Low starch vegetables, that's not what they call them. I'll think of the right term in a minute, but vegetables that are not starchy are 0 points. And you can just like eat all of those that you want all day long. And y'all, that's how I get away with eating as much as I do during the day and staying within my point allowance, is I eat a lot of 0 point or low point foods. Y'all see that big old, well, we'll talk about it in the morning, but those big old breakfasts that I eat are 1 or 2 points. And I mean, I'm a slap full after I eat breakfast. But I happen to know that a packet of Pop-Tarts, so 2 Pop-Tarts is 13 points. Y'all, that's over half of my points for a day. But you know what? If I want to eat 2 Pop-Tarts, I can eat 2 Pop-Tarts, God save me. And then I have 10 points left for the rest of the day. Now, can I eat well? Like be full for the rest of the day on 10 points? Absolutely. I just have to make good choices for the rest of the day. Or let's say it's my birthday and the intern buys me a big pink birthday cake with big old pink flowers, and I want to eat a bunch of birthday cake and I want to go to a restaurant and eat restaurant Mexican food. I can do that, y'all, and absolutely burn every single one of my points for the day and some of my points for the next day and all of my flex points. I can do that. That's one of the things that I really like about Weight Watchers, is that it's flexible. If you want to eat a bunch of points one day, you can. And then the next day, your points just start back over again. They give you flex points that you can use if you have sort of a robust day. Do they call them flex points? I don't know what they call them. But they give you these sort of extra points you can use in a day. And you know what? If you use all of your points and all of your flex points, then oh well, the world is not going to end. You still get your allotment of points the next day. You just start over. And the app just starts you over the next day. Now, your flex points are going to be a big fat 0 unless like you work out and earn some points or something. Your flex points are going to be a big fat 0 through the rest of that week, but then your week resets. And when your new week starts, all fresh points. So I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe this is just my mindset, I feel like it's hard to beat yourself up with Weight Watchers because your bad choices just don't follow you for that long. Now, I mean, you can keep making bad choices and those will keep up with you, but the numbers reset so often that things that you do that you shouldn't ought to do, they just get left behind after a while. And it's easy, for me anyway, it's easy to move forward. And you earn points working out. Now, I don't keep up with my workout points. I think we've talked about this before because I feel like actually giving myself more food points for the amount of working out that I do would make the food points meaningless to me. Like, I can eat super comfortably and be full all day on 23 points. That's why Weight Watchers gives me 23 points. So if I add, I mean, I would probably pick up 15 points a day working out the way that I do. So if I add that to my 23 points that I get to eat, then it's, to me, that just becomes a meaningless number. And I could eat pink frosting flowers every day, and that's not good for anybody. So I just don't mess with my workout points. But for other people, they are meaningful. So that's another way that you can sort of incentivize yourself to work out, is that you earn more points for food. And I think it's easier to sort of keep yourself honest with tracking your food if you have enough points. Does that make sense? Like, if I'm having a good day, I mean, everybody has bad days, right? Like, sometimes there's a pink cake in your fridge and you just got to eat it. But if I'm having a good day, I'm well able to track my food and stay within my point value. So that encourages me to track my food and make good choices and do a good job. But if I only got like 10 points a day or something, and I was constantly over my point total, I would constantly be disappointed in myself, so I would just stop doing it. So that's another thing that I like. Is that like my fifth another thing that I like about Weight Watchers? That is another thing that I like about Weight Watchers, that to me it's totally doable. And I've heard other people talk about Weight Watchers. And if you're listening to me right now and you're not on Weight Watchers and you're like, there's no way I could live on 23 points a day. If you're significantly bigger than me, you would get more points than that. If you're taller than me, if you're more muscular than me, if you're a dude, you would get more points than me. So I get the number of points that I get because of the way that I'm built and the number of points that I need. So anyway, I did this when I first filmed this video with no sound and got all down this rabbit hole. And then when I realized that I had no sound, I was like, all right, I'm gonna redo this and not drag us down this rabbit hole. I did drag us down this rabbit hole, but I wanted to explain how Weight Watchers points work for people who aren't on Weight Watchers, in the hopes that this information, like this video, will still be helpful for you even if you're not on Weight Watchers. And so that the points and the numbers, like, to sort of ground them in something. So that's all. So I'm going to jump off here, go wash my Goodwill finds, and maybe we'll wear those tomorrow. And I will see y'all first thing in the morning, and we will spend tomorrow talking about meals and snacks and the things that we can do to set ourselves up to be successful on whatever kind of meal plan we're on. All right, so I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning, friends. It is 5:06 in the morning. I've been up since, since about 4:30. I got my coffee. The furry felons are eating their breakfast. So we'll get them situated, and then I will go work for a while. I have a class to teach at 7, I think, just a little quickie, which I hadn't planned on starting my one-on-one teaching for fall semester quite yet, but I accidentally booked a class for today, so we'll teach a quick class, get it out of the way, go ahead and get that going, and then I'll work out and then eat breakfast. I think I already told you I start off with black coffee, which is 0 points. It can't be many calories because, well, it's black coffee. Of course, cream and sugar is an option, but that adds points. So I just go with black coffee because I don't want to mess with the points. So I drink black coffee, I'm gonna work for a while, and then I'll work out, and then I'm gonna eat a big old breakfast. And I have a couple of new ideas for breakfast. So let me get these little felons settled, and then that was Bo, if you heard that, by the way. We'll head up to the office, do some work, and then we'll check back in and go do a workout. All right, so we'll see y'all in a little while. right, y'all, we are done teaching our class. Now I got to go work out and eat breakfast because I completely forgot that the church up the street is having a book sale today, and that starts at 9 and it's 8 o'clock. So I was a little bit panicked, thinking, well, I'll just work out for a little minute and then run to the book sale and then come home and work out some more. And I was like, all right, you got to calm down. You don't need to be at the book sale the minute it opens, because that was just going to make me stressed out for the whole rest of the day trying to get in the rest of my workout. So I'm going to calm down. I'm going to work out like a normal person. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to go to the book sale. Sorry, I'm trying to set stuff down without dropping everything. So I'm going to work out, do a normal workout, and then eat my breakfast, and then I am going to go to the book sale without taking a shower first, so people can just judge me. I'll just stay away from folks so they don't have to smell me. And y'all, that's just a sort of a life lesson that I've had to learn, is just to like calm myself down, because I know it's hard to imagine, but I do let myself get all worked up over silly stuff like that. Like, oh, the bookstore sale, church book sale starts at 9, and if I'm not there at 9, what if I don't get the good books? Well, it's okay. First of all, I don't think the good books are all going to be gone at 9 o'clock on a Friday morning, but even if they are, so what? Like, there are still other books there, and if I miss a book that I want, I can find it somewhere else, right? So I'm going to calm down. I'm going to change my clothes and go get on the bike, and I will be back and we'll eat breakfast. All right, so I will see y'all after my ride. Y'all, I finished with my workout. Can you hear it? The coffee is going over there. So I need to throw together a breakfast. Like I said, I'm going to run to the bookstore. Nope, not the bookstore. The church book sale up the street. So I'm going to do a quick breakfast this morning. Y'all know that normally I eat a big old breakfast and I take forever to eat. And I was going to do my normal breakfast this morning, but then I thought this would be a good opportunity to come up with an idea of a breakfast that you can do if you're on the way out the door, or if you have kiddos on the way out the door, or a partner on the way out the door, and you need to throw together something quick that you can take with. So, y'all, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. I'm going to start off with my bowl of thawed frozen, I almost said frozen yogurt. I always do that. Thawed frozen fruit and Greek yogurt. Y'all know this is my staple. So I'm going to take the time to eat that before I get moving. And I'm going to have a banana and an orange, which you can either take these with or not. But this is my grab it and go option. Remember in our breakfast video, we made these egg muffins. So I made these ahead of time, and I'll link the video here. But in these, you can see some of the turkey. You know what? Let me break this open. I hope this doesn't look gross. I did turkey, the just store-bought sliced sandwich turkey meat. I did turkey, bell peppers, and tomatoes. So I'm going to heat it up just a tiny bit in the microwave oven. I'm going to break it into bite-sized pieces. First, I'm going to break it into bite-sized pieces. Then I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to drop it in, not a big old Ziploc bag, but a sandwich-sized Ziploc bag. And that I'm going to take with me and just eat in the car. So I'm going to eat my yogurt and fruit here, and then eat that in the car on the way to the book sale. So I'm going to get all this stuff together, and I will meet y'all in the car. All right, y'all, we have made it out of the house. I am fat and happy. Man, those egg muffin things were filling. Normally, I know y'all probably know this. Well, some of y'all know this. Normally, I eat that yogurt deal and the fruit and half a cup of Cheerios with half a cup of the, unsweet plain almond milk, which is fine. But that fills me up. Like, that's pretty filling. And that'll hold me, like all of that together will hold me well into, 5-6 hours until lunchtime. But instead of that, this morning I ate the 2 egg muffins with, I know y'all just saw me talk about this. I don't know why I feel like I have to relist it, but I am stuffed right now. So we got that going for us. And I gotta be honest, y'all, when I looked at my daily calendar this morning and saw that I had the book sale, so I do this thing where I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh yeah, that's coming up. And then I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's coming up. And just keep sort of putting it to the back of my head. And then when the day comes up when all of the things are on it, I'm like, oh my word. So today I had that So I didn't think, well, I didn't realize, I didn't intend to have that class to teach this morning. I hadn't planned on starting teaching those classes for another couple of weeks, but somehow that class got booked today. So that came up like 2 days ago. So I had that class I taught at, which was fine, right? Sometimes for me anyway, I will be all nervous and put stuff off and put it off and put it off. And it's better just to like go ahead and get the first one done. So I don't do that like analysis to paralysis thing and just think about something and try to be like so prepared that I never do it. So anyway, so I had that this morning at 7. I got the book sale, and then little Miss Daisy has to go to the vet at 2:45 and get rechecked for her little bladder infection. Too much information, sorry. But so I know those are like ridiculously nothing things, but like now in my head I'm like, I have these 3 things I have to do on Friday and I have so much going on and blah, and I'm not going to be able to shoot this vlog. Yo, okay, first of all, seriously, that's really not all that much stuff, and I don't feel well. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I just don't feel well. So those things together, you know, kind of add up. They're sort of like compounding stressors, we'll call them. And if we want to, and y'all, I'm not trying to lecture, but those are the kind of things that I feel like can lead to or like lend themselves to us. What words am I even trying to say? Those are the kind of things that can lead to us making bad eating choices, right? Like you get busy, you get flustered, you just grab something while you're out, or you just quickly throw something together and just eat whatever you can put together, and it's not healthy or it's not filling, so then you end up eating again sooner. So to me, these are the kind of days that it's helpful to plan for so that you don't end up getting derailed. Fortunately, I had planned, well, I didn't plan for this day because like I said, I knew all of these things were coming up, but I just kept kind of putting them aside in my brain. So now they're like, you know, all kind of aligning themselves. And again, y'all, I know this doesn't even really remotely make for a busy day, but I'm just saying, it's just things that I got to do, and I got to figure in eating and working out. It's really the working out that's stressing me out. Like if I can figure out how to get all my minutes in around all of those things, everything else will work. It like if I end up eating boiled eggs in the car all day, I'll be fine as long as I get my workouts done. So a little peek inside the madness. So I'm almost to where I think I'm going. So either I'm going to be there or I'm going to get to where I think I'm going and be in the wrong place and have to figure out where I actually need to go. So let me jump off here, and I will check back in with y'all in a little while, let you know how the book sale goes, and let you know what we're doing next. All right, so I'll be back. Well, as fate would have it, y'all, where I thought we were going is where we were actually going. So we went there. I bought, can y'all see my bag of books? I don't think you can see my bag of books. I bought a bunch of books, but in my defense, I did not do as bad as I normally would do, because it's like the church lady book sale. So it's like $1 a book. So you don't want to like overdo it, right? You don't want to take more, you don't want to sort of take bigger helpings than you should take, if you know what I'm saying. So if it was a book that I wasn't sure I was going to read, I just didn't get it. So I got a bunch of books. We'll talk about those on another day. But here's what we're doing. I'm going to go home. I'm going to do, here's the plan. I gotta do, y'all know I'm doing that Crush Your Core. I'm in week 3. Things are getting hard, y'all. So I gotta do that. And did I tell y'all on the way out, they are tearing up the road again, or still, I guess. They're like finishing up the deal. So hopefully we can get to the house. We'll see. There's a barricade up there. We'll see if it's before or after us. It looks pretty close. Anyway, I got to do I'm stalling because I don't want to talk about this core workout. That's going to kill me. But I got to do my workout, and then we got to talk about lunch, because though it seems like it's only been like 40 seconds since breakfast, it's been a little minute. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work out. I'm going to take a shower because this, and then I will meet y'all in the kitchen and we'll talk about lunch. So y'all sit tight. I'm gonna try to get through this chicane of ridiculousness without getting myself killed or killing anybody else. And I will meet y'all and we'll talk about some lunch, all right? See y'all in a little while.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength, now I'm the only one. Only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules.
Workout's done, shower's done. Now I need to grab a quick lunch and get ready to take little Miss Daisy to the vet. I'm not all that hungry, but I know I need to go ahead and eat because I'm going to get hungry. And again, it's easy to make bad choices if you let your hunger sort of creep up on you. So I think I'm just going to throw together a sandwich. And I have this, you can't see it because of where the tie is, but I have the low calorie, low point bread from, I think this one's from Aldi. It's the 45 calorie a slice bread. So this is 2 points for 2 slices of bread. So I'm going to do 2 slices of bread because, you know, sandwich. So I'm going to do bread, turkey, and ham, and probably some lettuce. And I'm going to use that fat-free ranch dip that we make. That's just fat-free plain Greek yogurt with powdered ranch seasoning. And I use either onion salt or garlic salt, and I just made some yesterday, y'all, and I had the food processor out because I had just made hummus. So I threw it in there to see if I could like get it to be fluffier. I don't know if it made a difference, but it definitely didn't mess it up. So that's what I'll be having. I'll be using that instead of mayonnaise on my bread with some mustard. So that's 0 points for all of that. 2 points for the bread, 1 point for some ham. I count turkey as a point, which you don't have to, but I do just to be safe. So that's a 4-point sandwich. And then I'm going to have some carrot chips. Y'all know how I love those. With hummus that I made yesterday. And the hummus, y'all, I made that roasted red pepper hummus. That's just the jarred, hang on, I'll show you. Sorry, it's roasted red bell pepper. Is that focusing? There we go. Roasted red bell pepper hummus. So all this is half a jar of the roasted red bell peppers. I take a can of chickpeas and drain the juice and hold on to the juice because I always think I'm going to use it, but I don't when I use these. So I throw half a jar of these in the food processor. Get that mashed up good. Throw in the can of chickpeas, and this just straight up almost liquefies. So throw in the can of chickpeas, get that going. Throw in a bunch of garlic. I use like 3 good tablespoons of garlic. Throw in, I don't know, about 1/4 cup of tahini, some lemon juice, get that going good. This time I actually remembered to put in salt and pepper, and y'all, a little bit of pepper goes a long way. I didn't put in quite too much, but I almost did. So as much pepper as you think you need, maybe back out just a little bit. I forgot to put in my Frank's hot sauce, so I just folded that in after it was all made. But so I just mashed that up good in the food processor, and that's my hummus. So I'll be having my sandwich with carrot chips, ranch dip, and hummus, and I made boiled eggs because y'all know I love me some boiled eggs, and I keep boiled eggs on hand all the time. So I boiled 8. I say boiled, and I asked y'all this before, does it count as boiled if you cook them in the pressure cooker? Because that's what I do. I leave them out and let them come to room temperature, and then I just put them in my pressure cooker and let them go at, I think it's low pressure, for 14 minutes. And then let them cool down a little bit on their own in there. Depressurize, open it up, and Bob's your uncle. Usually I explode 1 or 2 in there, but this time they all made it. And I have, did I say 14? It's 18 boiled eggs. It's like the 18th thing of boiled eggs from the Walmart. I just cook them all, and I do it about every week or week and a half or so, just depending on how many eggs I eat. So I'm gonna have a sandwich, carrot chips with the hummus and ranch dip, and 2 boiled eggs. So that's 4 points for my sandwich. I'm gonna have about 2 points worth of hummus. It's 1 point per 2 tablespoons, and I'll probably eat about 4 tablespoons. Y'all, I really like that hummus. No points for the ranch dip, no points for the eggs, and that's gonna be lunch. So I'm gonna sit down and eat that, read my book a little bit, little preview. Y'all will see this in another vlog, but I'm reading a book called Pestilence. So I'm going to sit down and work on this some, and then we're going to take Daisy to the vet, and I'll check in after and let you know how that goes. Y'all, I'm home from the vet with Daisy. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm ready for dinner. Unfortunately, I do not have anything cooking in the crock pot. I have nothing in the fridge that I can just nuke and eat for a quick low point dinner, so I gotta cook something. But that's just real life, right? So what do we do in these situations? Well, tell you one thing that I did have, something that I normally have on hand, is chicken. So I thawed out some chicken breasts. I sliced one up sort of thin, tossed it in some flavored olive oil, and threw in this. Y'all know I use this on everything, this garlic and onion, black pepper, sea salt, and other stuff seasoning. Threw it in there, tossed it around, spread it out thinly in my air fryer basket, and now it's over there in the air fryer. I'm gonna let it cook for about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 minutes. Flip it over, let it cook for a couple of more minutes. It'll be done. I'm gonna keep an eye on it so that it doesn't get overdone, because dry chicken is repugnant. And then I'm gonna make some street tacos, y'all. We've talked about these little tortillas before. They're these little like hand-sized Mission tortillas. They're the 0 net carb ones, and they're 1 Weight Watchers point each. So I'm gonna use these, make some quickie tacos for a quick, easy dinner. So let me check on that chicken and I'll be back. The chicken is done, y'all, and it came out perfect. So I took that, I heated up some tortillas, and just put some of that no-fat ranch dip on it with some salsa, a little bit of fat-free cheese, and chicken, and we have tacos. Now, the intern is not eating with us. If he were eating with us, I'd make him a little nicer, but like I would use actual Mexican cheese, and he wouldn't eat the ranch dip probably on his. He would have sour cream, but since it's just me, and this is essentially actually not even essentially, it's legit 1 point per taco. So for me, this is fine. Like I'm fine with the cheddar cheese because it's fat-free. So the amount of cheese that I use on each taco is 0 points. I also have, I don't know if y'all noticed, on my lunch sandwich, I was supposed to put lettuce, but I didn't. Well, my lettuce had gone a little hanky. So I do have this salad mix lettuce. So I'm going to put some lettuce on one of these tacos, and I'm going to take a bite. So let's give it a try. Oh, that's good. The intern just got here, y'all, and he's trying to keep the dogs from losing their minds. I don't know how long that's going to work. Want to try one of my tacos?
I'll take a bite of taco, yes.
The intern's going to take a bite of taco, y'all.
What's on there?
Just meat and cheese. And a little bit of lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the intern's approval, y'all. So that's dinner. I made 3 of them because I don't feel like making a side. But all of that together is 3 points. So that's going to be a really good dinner for me. I might have a little of that Halo Top ice cream later, but after eating all this, I might just be done for the day. So y'all, that's it. That's what I'm eating in a day on Weight Watchers. Let us know in the comments. If you're on Weight Watchers, what do you eat in a day? And if you're not on Weight Watchers, let us know what system you use to monitor what you eat. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we're definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.